Welcome back, folks, to the house that never sleeps, and welcome to another video. Still got the Simon Patrick guitar here again. The last video we leveled the frets and then we put the radius back into them. And today I'm going to start crowning them, and I might get into polishing with the sandpaper. I don't know if we get that far or not. There again, I'm sick. Still don't have any energy. Still weak as a cat. And, you know, we just go till I run out of steam, I guess. So dig that shirt, man. I'm a bum, baby. This shirt's always been big on me, but now it's, after being sick, it's really big now. That's okay, though. It makes for a good sleeping shirt, I guess. So anyways, before we start, I want to say a big thank you to every one of you subscribers to this channel, man. That video I put up when I was sick, the one I put up when I was sick, wow, overwhelming amount of comments and views. I think within the first 5 hours that I uploaded it, 5 or 6 hours, it had over 1,000 views and well over 100 and some comments, and they're just overwhelming. I love it, man, when you all comment like that. Comment more. You should comment. Everybody ought to comment, man, so we can all get along, get to know each other better. Anyways, thank you guys for that, man. That was a shock to me to see that many comments. You know, I'd get up and go in there and look at them, and then come in and lay down a while and go back maybe 5 hours later, and it like tripled, you know, every time. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Come on over, and I want to give you some tips on fret crowning and fret crowning files. So let's get right into it. Come on over. Alright, crowning files. These are the best I have ever used in my life. I just have a narrow and a medium out here. I got these from Stumac. They're expensive. I think I'm going to use that. Let me tell you something. If I don't know if they still sell these or not, but if they do, and you want one for a guitar, get the narrow one. See, that one says narrow. That one says medium, I think. Yeah. So get the narrow one, because I think that's a sales pitch thing that they do. You get the wrong one, and then they hope you'll keep it and order the one you need. Anyways, there's what it looks like. I have used over the years every crowning file you can possibly imagine. Gotta get glasses on here, I can't see. And these are the absolute very best that I have ever used. Now, like I say, I don't know, I've had them a long time. I don't know if Stumac still sells them or not. I'm getting a light here where I can see it. Yeah, okay. This right here, that's what I'm let's see, what is that? That's 300 grit. This right here is 300 grit. You pop it out, turn it around like this, and stick it back in there, and then you got 150 grit. Okay, this right here is the 150 grit. That's what you want to start with, the roughest one. And you want to do the same thing as before. You want to paint all the, not paint. Let me get you in here a little bit closer. Color all the frets blue. I'll tell you why, just in a momento. How's everybody in TV land doing today? Yeah, those comments on that sick video, man, wow, blew me away. I never dreamed I would ever see that many comments that soon, that fast. Thank you guys for that. Very much appreciated. I'm going to pause the camera while I do this, because I'm going to go over them a second time and get this really dark on there, so hold on. The reason I want to go over those frets twice with the magic marker is to make it very dark, so I can see what this file is removing. Okay, you want to leave a very thin, just very thin, minute line on the very top of the fret while you're crowning it. Okay, reason being, you know, that flat spot on top of the crown will make that fret last a whole lot longer than it would, you know, if I crowned it and put a sharp pointy crown on it, you know, like that. Let me explain that a little bit better. Hold on. Let's say you are looking down at your guitar, just like in the position, playing position, you're looking down at the fret markers at the fretboard. Okay, let's say this right here is not very straight, but let's say that, you can't see that. Okay, hold on. Let's say this right here is your, that's your fretboard. It's not very even, I know. Here's the fret here, fret here, and a fret here. Okay? That's very poor, but I never could draw. That was always one of my weaknesses. Anyways, there's 3 frets, alright? Now, if those frets came up to a point like that, when the string comes down on it, it's going to wear that faster because there's lesser material against the string. Whereas, if you have a fret with a tiny little flat spot on top of the crown, that's going to be more material, more fret material to make contact with the string when you shove the string down. And it's going to last way longer than that. I hope that makes sense. That's the best way I can explain it without having to reset the camera and everything and get out more drawing stuff and make a fool of myself at my beautiful drawing. I'm just going to start. And these diamond grit files make pretty fast work of this. But it still takes an awful, awful, awful long time. There, already I'm down to that fast, and I can see the very blue line across the very tip of the fret. You don't want to go any farther than that. When you see that, and that's all that's left, stop there. And you will maintain your flatness. Your frets will still be level and even with each other. Wow, that file is sharp, man. There we go. You don't want to go any more. Once you see the, every now and then I'll knock the shavings, I guess you would call it, out of the file. People ask me a lot of times, do you not take the fretboard up when you do that? Nope. I don't mummify the guitar whenever I do it. Well, what if you slip and damage the fretboard? Well, hopefully I don't do that. But if I do, yeah, I just created something else for me to have to fix. I guess. Yeah, it's taking a little longer on these frets. Reason I was using this medium one, usually this medium file is too big for regular frets. These are jumbo frets, as you know already if you've been watching this series. And you can see this medium file fits them, man. Well, you can't see, but I'll show you later. It fits these jumbo frets perfectly, man. Anyways, you've got to go all the way down the fretboard and do each fret with this 150 grit. What was that? Water bottle. And then we're going to switch to 300 grit and go all down all the frets again. And after that comes sandpaper polishing, and it literally takes forever. But if you want a house that never sleeps set up on your guitar, the frets has got to be right. They have got to be right. Man, I'm already out of breath just from doing that little bit you've watched me do here. You can't even see anything, can you? Holy shit. I'm sorry for that. I told you, man, with this flu, I can't think. I couldn't think before I got the flu. Now it's even worse. Yeah, you gotta do every fret with this, and then flip it over, go to the 300 grit, do every fret again, and then I take sandpaper and go from 800 grit to about 2000 every fret, each fret. Hold on a minute, I can't work and talk at the same time. Can't think, man. Can't breathe. Or much of anything else. You can also file on the ends of your frets with these, if need be. I forgot what I was talking about. I'll get you in a few minutes, bring you down here and show you what I'm talking about with this minute line. I think I'm going to have to take a break, rest. Since I've had that flu, man, I don't have any energy for anything. And this requires a little bit of manual work. Not a lot, but more than I have right now. The blue line, see that? Some of them's more visible than others. And the next time, with the higher grit file, I want to leave even less of the blue line. Maybe you can see down here better. I don't know if I don't think the camera's getting that. Can't really tell if it is or not. There's where I stopped. That was the last fret. See that little tiny minute line? So I'm going to go ahead and continue with this, and I'll bring you back when I've made some progress. You see, this is why, well, I don't know if you can see that or not. It's getting pretty wet, man. Out of breath. I had to take a break and breathe a little bit. And I don't know, man. I just can't do anything yet. Can't do any strenuous work yet. Can't breathe. Get tired. So I'm going to bring you back in a minute. We'll continue with part 2. Hold on. Here comes cue ball. Like I was saying before, that narrow file is the one I usually use on almost all guitars. This has got jumbo frets, so I switched to the medium, which is huge for regular guitars that don't have jumbo frets. Anyway, so when I got down here in places where I had flattened the frets, this file was almost not wide enough to reach over the flatness of the top flatness of the fret. Okay, now, anyways, we pop that out, turn it over, pop it back in. And we should have 300 grit there. Yeah, we do. Now I got to color the frets all blue again. Very first thing. That way we can see where our new file makes a mark. And I'm going to let you watch just a little bit of this and then stop you. Because I want to go over them a second time and really lay this on there heavy so I can really see that thin line on top that's left. So I'll bring you back after I've done that. Hold on. Okay, there's what they look like. I just want to show you what they look like colored blue. All of them is painted blue now, very dark blue. And when I go at it with that file, I'm going to be able to see that little minute line, okay? Let me do a few and I'll show you. So I've got the 300 grit file in there now. It doesn't dig in like that 150 does. You probably can hear a difference even. If it's not supposed to dig in like that. The 150 grit's the one that does the real filing. Oh, these diamond grit files are so nice, man. If you ever used them, you will not go back to those old files. The old ones, they only cut one way, like that way. You know, when you pull them back this way, they don't do anything. These files that I'm using cuts in both directions, and does very quickly. I might say too. Very careful here. We don't slide off the fret and make more work for myself. I've never had it to happen, but it's the first time for everything, right? And like I say, if you need to, you know, file the ends of your frets like that or over here, you can to a degree. I've got a file that's made just to do that. I'm in a bad way here. Maybe I'll just leave that down there for the time being. I don't know, it's still rocking pretty good. Yeah, it's better up here. But you just go down every fret now and do this again. And I'll bring you back. And we'll get on with the show. Get on with it, man! I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I think you can see alright there. For the time being. Next video we'll do the sandpaper trick. That's the one that really takes the time. It's not going to get done tonight, I can tell you that. Always try to keep your files clean. These don't build up too bad like those old ones used to, but they do build up eventually if you don't knock this snot, I was going to say, the dust out of them, shavings. Yeah. Let me get you now and show you that thin line, what I'm talking about. Hold on. The reason a lot of these clips are pretty short is because I got to rest, man. In between, I got to take breaks. There you can see the last one I did where I stopped, and the very next one. I just don't know, man, if you're seeing the blueness or not. Oh, that's not even, yeah, it is. I thought we was looking at the nut, where the nut lives. Anyways, a very thin blue line there. I could probably put the macro lens on and make you see it. And then there's what they look like that haven't been touched yet. I might make mention too, when you start getting back here along where the body of the guitar is, you can't tilt your file, you know, much that way on the ends. Usually you don't have to, but occasionally you do. And I'm just saying, you know, if you do this, be very careful when you get back along the body here. Take your time and be very aware of what you're doing. See, I can tilt it there a little bit. I don't know, you probably can't see. Maybe you can. I can't really explain it any better than that because I got to keep my head in this. Show you what I can, but my main goal is the job. So, you know, you can really mess a guitar up if you're not paying attention to what you're doing. And it's a good chance you can mess it up even then. I just wanted to make mention of that because when you get back along the body here, you know, you just be careful. Be aware and awake. So there you go. Just a little reminder. And that's the way that's the way I crown frets. Now we got our frets have been flattened, leveled, put the radius back in. It was a 16-inch radius. Crowned them all with the 150 grit. Crown them all again with the 300 grit. Let me show you, man. Check. I don't know if the camera's getting that or not. I mean, the sweat is literally dripping off of me. And that's what, my shirt's wet. Check that out. I don't know if you can see it or not. And it is. It's pretty wet. But that's, it happens every time when I'm sick. If I do anything, I just pour the water, the sweat, all over, man. Anyways, thanks guys for sticking with me through this. I had to take a lot of breaks. That's why the video clips are, well, there's a lot of cutaways because I got to just take a break and rest. But it's better than it was anyways. So that's a start. Come here, baby. You come to see your YouTube family? Get up there. Tell them. See you next time, folks. Thanks for watching. What? What is it? What? I love you. What? I love you.